Howdy folks, welcome to Evospace. It's been a while since I was in this game. Looks like they've had a big update since I last played it, so yeah, we're gonna chill here on a Friday night. My brain is mush after a long week of work, so just wanted to chill with something. I had fired up a default map, not done anything at all. It's a good looking game. So yeah, let's kind of dive in here. I gotta remember how to play. I think E is crafting. Get some researches. What is it Q? What's let's take a look at the basic controls. Because I don't remember how to play. How to play. Settings. Controls. Okay, recipes is R. Resources is J. Got it. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we want to select that, I think. And do I start with any research? I don't know that I start with any research. It's been a while. Hey Doug, welcome. But we're going to need some stuff. So let's get some stuff. We got our little zappy gun here. And it looks like we got a few blocks. Get us started. This is basically just kind of a crafting game. You progress up through different technologies with steam all the way to nuclear, I think, if I remember right. Is it shift? Yeah, here we go. Make a little platform. Kind of gets rid of the grass. So let me know how the sound is. I did turn the music down a bit. It was a little much by default. Looks like it does erase the grass. I like that. It's still showing around the edges here some, but I don't like the games where you put down a block and then it's got trees sticking up through it and stuff. Okay, we need some things to do some stuff. This looks promising over here. Got some copper ore. Oh yeah, I forgot your beginning tool is really slow. So we'll gather up some copper ore. We got some iron right next door. Look at that. How convenient. Get some regular old like dirt and stuff too. So I think I did a little series on this. Was it like a year and a half ago? And then was kind of waiting for it to get some updates. And I just happened to be looking at my Steam library. Like, I wonder what's up with Evospace these days. And yeah, sure enough, they've put out another big update just a couple weeks ago, I think. Okay, so we have some things. I really don't remember how to play. I'm going to have to read the tutorial. I know we need like furnaces to refine metals and things, and you have to start out, you know, C is crouch. So you start with like in the copper age, kind of stone / copper age. So we have a stone furnace. And then we can have to turn that into steam for the Stirling engine somehow. Or no, it just runs off heat because it's a Stirling engine. Smelter. Alright, so the furnace makes heat for the Stirling engine and the smelter smelts our stuff. So if I craft one of those, that was fast. The chest, where is it? Like I see it showing up down here. Where's it showing that it's actually crafting it? I guess it's happening so fast I don't see it. Albino Tailgater, welcome. I'm not doing too bad. Alright, so we'll put this down there. Oh yeah, remember the interface was a little strange. Can I control click you or anything? No. Yeah, you have to click and then you click again. So like click twice down there. Okay, we have a little stone chest here, so let's put that over on the edge where we can store things. I know it says stone chest, but it looks like it's made out of plastic. But yeah, it's a work in progress. And then we have number 4. And that is that's our furnace. So we're going to have that over like here maybe? That's backwards, isn't it? Oop, that's the wrong button. Wink. R to rotate. There we go. Now I can see it. Oh, right. You have to use heat. Forgot. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. There we go. And then in here. Forget how to access these now. I'm going to have to go read the tutorial again. How do I open you? Oh, right click. There we go. All right, so I want my copper ore in there. And we need something to burn. I don't think we can burn dirt. We got a few logs. There we go. Hey, Dibs. It's starting to come back to me now. All right, so we got the smelter. It's making copper stuff. We have our chest here. And can I... Okay, shift click moves it into the container. Excellent. And then is it right click? Yeah, to clear those out. Okay. Might have to set it to always day. It looks like the sun's already going down. Think I could do that somewhere in here? GUI scale, autosave. No, I thought there was a... Pretty sure there's a way to set the time. I don't remember what that is. Well, I'm going to need some more wood, so let's go get some more wood with our zappy tool. I think we just zapped the tree. There we go. We got a bunch of clay. I don't remember what that's used for specifically. Hey, Sid the Kid. Howdy, howdy. Dibs, this is not a new game. It's been around for a while in early access. I've not played it for a year and a half, something like that. And just noticed they had a big update, so I was going to come check out the update. I did a small series on it a while back. You can find it in the playlist. Called Evospace, just like in the title. And it's just kind of a crafter progression type thing. You can eventually automate with conveyor belts and all that good stuff. It's sort of kind of like a 3D Factorio, you know, something like that. Alright, we got some copper ingots. Beautiful. How's our furnace doing? We got plenty of logs. So now that we have copper, I can make a copper Stirling engine, I think. Because it'll make the... Yeah, it makes the prerequisites for me. Which is nice. I'm also going to need another stone furnace to make that. Then that's going to power... I need a computer, but I don't... Yeah, the generator. And how do I make research? There it is, copper computer. Alright, so we're going to need at least one of these. So this power up at 360 watts. It's going to have to be good enough. I may not have enough copper yet. Yeah, so it's going to take 5 copper for that. We need 13 more copper. We need more copper. For sure. I don't remember. Does this consume? I think that continues consuming even if it doesn't need to. So I'm going to take that away. That is now finished with the copper. So we need a lot more copper. There is a map. So there's some copper over this way, it looks like. Some of you have to dig down into the ground. Yeah, so this This will need a miner. We'll need a drilling rig for that. I need to find the surface stuff. What are you? You're a rock. Okay. Well, we can use a rock. What I really need is some more copper ore, though. Another rock. Like a rock. You were clay. Coal ore. Okay. We're gonna need that eventually. Let me just grab some over here. You can upgrade your tools. This starter tool is pretty slow. The idea is you build up, progress through the tech tree, and automate all your stuff. I think in my other save I had like nuclear power and stuff. Nuclear. I guess I said nuclear because I'm a hillbilly. Alright, we found some more copper ore, so we're going to dig that up. Uranium ore? We don't need that yet. We're a ways off from needing uranium. Coal over here. Hey Dasher, welcome. Some more clay. Yeah, we got some more copper ore here. So at the beginning you have to gather with your little gun here, but you eventually unlock drilling rigs. And you'll be drilling underground. You'll have conveyor belts bringing everything over and smelting automatically. It's pretty cool. It's a good chill game. Alright, let's go get this stuff smelting. Oh yeah, the days are going very fast. It's already daytime again. Where's my base? Over here somewhere. It says pine forest. I assume we just get dirt from that, I guess. Where am I? About to get lost. Where uranium? There's a lot of uranium around here. All right, throw all the copper ore in there. Stacks to 32. Coal. Nice. Yeah, that's excess heat for sure. Kind of a waste to use coal in there. We'll use wood for now. Okay, I do have, let's get furnace on 3. And on 4. Set up our automatic stuff down here. So I want to go number 3. You want a furnace. Then on top of that, we want a Stirling engine. I think I want the power going that direction. I like how the tree just disappeared. Yeah. That's my magic gun. This game is less about small details like that. It's more about automation and logistics. So then once I have enough copper, I need to make a generator. Okay, I got enough for the generator now. Now I need 3 more copper ingots to be able to make a copper computer. So then the Stirling engine is going to use heat turned into rotation force, which is going to turn the generator, which will make electric power, which is going to power the computer. And the computer gives you research points, and then your research points you spend on stuff to upgrade. So I always zoom out here. I used to be able to zoom out on that. Can you not zoom out on here anymore? Well, anyway, so we got a tech tree all the way down to plutonium reaction 2. We got a lot of stuff to unlock. Whee! So we're basically right here. Copper, Stirling engine. Batteries. Oh, the clay is this decoration. Hey, Casey. The next Derail Valley episode is tomorrow. 8 o'clock Central. 8 o'clock a.m. Central. Been releasing those on Saturdays. Alright, how's our copper doing? There we go. Now we can make our computer. I think I can just put that in my hand temporarily, right? If I go doink. So see how it has a yellow and a blue? So the yellow needs to go over the yellow is like mechanical rotation force. I need to hook the yellow up to the yellow, and then it'll just float there in the air. If that bothers you, you can put a block down. So that's going to make electricity. And now we need to make the computer. Did I make the computer? Oh, I did. I already made the computer. Then you can rotate around. So you need the blue to the blue. Then again, if that bothers you, we can stick a block there. Okay, so now I need to put some fuel in here. That's going to heat up. The Stirling engine runs on heat. It's going to make electricity with this generator and then this computer. Going to be doing computer stuff. Kind of like a Minecraft survival world. Yeah, it's not really survival. It's all about crafting and automation. I think there's some story to it where like you make portals and go to other worlds, but it's a work in progress. It's early access, so not all that stuff is done. You're on your way off too? Nice. Yeah, kind of like Satisfactory in that you get resources and automate. And so I don't remember, do the research points... Oh, yeah, here they go. So they're counting up here. So we should unlock the copper furnace when this is done. And then we get basic machines, which will be macerator, automatic hammer. So there's a lot of stuff. Upgrading a multi-tool might be worth doing pretty soon. So that's kind of our first little thing there. We researched the copper furnace. Yay. All right, I want a drilling rig to automate getting the ores. So let's work towards that. How long am I streaming, Dasher? I'm not sure. I never really have a plan. I'm not sure when my wife and son are going to be home. But probably at least for an hour or so. Maybe 2. We shall see. So how do I do that? I want to automate. So I want to go look for... I don't want to select that. E-transfer, inventory upgrade. Nope, that's the hammer. Power generation. I'm probably looking at this and it's right in front of me. I thought the drilling rig was fairly early on. Like we have to get basic machines before we can go anywhere else. Oh, I see. So this part used to show everything, but now it just shows the part that you're looking at. Okay. Oh, there's a search bar. Okay, there's no longer a drilling rig, huh? Ah, it's called automatic mining. How do we get here? We need, okay, so we need basic machines and then automation, automatization. Okay. and then automatic mining. So we're going to go down that path. So we need basic machines. So we're going to say select. So we need 32 research or computations for that. So our little computer is going to start churning those out. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've ran out of wood. Oops, that's the wrong place. There we go. Get that fired back up. Basic complete. All right, cool. So then we needed, yeah, see, that's grayed out because it has the automatization. That's a new one for me. And this is like conveyor belts and robot arms that move things on and off conveyor belts. So this early stuff doesn't take too long to unlock. Here we go. All right, automatic mining, if you please. Then I have to remember how does, so that brings it up, and then we have an arm, put it in the smelter. And I think, if I remember right, I have an arm on another side that pulls the ingots out. So we're gonna have to make lots of copper robot arms and conveyor belts and stuff. So we're gonna need a bunch of these, and they each take 3 ingots. So we're gonna need a lot of copper just to even get started. But we'll get there. Do I have all of my? No. All right, throw that in there. That's all of our copper now smelting. All right, that went quick. That's nice. So if I go... No, I don't want electric furnace. Storage would be nice to have. Let's go ahead and research that. That lets you automatically store stuff. So you can use the chest. This is just easier if you want to pull stuff back off of it. Okay, so if we look at our map, there's little things here. So this copper ore, these are deep underground deposits. So there's oil underneath, there's iron. So I'm basically right on top of a copper deposit, which is one reason I built here. So let me get my blocks back out, and let's come over here. Like that. And I want to build a drilling rig. Copper drilling rig, and it takes 16 ingots just for the rig. All right, we need lots more copper. Off we go. So at the beginning, you're kind of bootstrapping. You have to go out and mine stuff by hand, like I said. But it doesn't take too long before you're automated. A bit of copper ore right here, left. That was cool. Yeah, that's clay. Wow, this is a huge surface coal deposit. That's crazy. Might be able to take advantage of that in our new copper furnaces, but it's kind of a waste in the stone furnace. We got some aluminum ore over here, which is be nice to have eventually. What I really need though is copper. Gotta have enough to get down to the deep stuff, and then it'll just be automatic. We won't have to worry about it anymore. Mining it by hand. It looks like copper. Always be researching, right? I need, where's my hand tool? Oh, multi-tool, there it is. That'll upgrade our little hand tool here. This actually goes down quite a ways. We're good to deposit here. Turns into iron ore. All right, we could also use some wood, so grab that. So the first thing we'll want to do is automate getting copper out of the ground. Then we'll want to automate getting coal out of the ground, and then that will feed each other. The coal will keep the engines going for both the coal and the copper mining. But until then, we need to feed stuff by hand. Okay, am I heading back in the right direction? I'm over here. Let's show up on my HUD. It does not. Okay. Research complete already. Okay. Filtering, sure. Let's get rocking on that. Yellow stuff. More uranium. I need to go that direction. Ish. The draw distance isn't very far, which I guess explains the high frame rate. Can I change that? I'm running on ultra. Settings, graphics. Ultra, texture quality, effects quality. Nope, I don't see where I can set the render distance or anything at all. Okay. Whee. Alright, let's make sure you're full of copper ore. Make sure you're full of wood. Alright, now we have enough ingots to make the copper drilling rig. So it's not like those games where you have to go build all the prerequisites. You can for faster crafting of the higher end stuff, but it will craft all the prerequisites for you. As long as you have enough raw materials, it just does it all for you, which is nice. Hey, Real Doc Rabbit. Yeah, there was apparently a big update. I was just happened to be looking through Steam and like, oh, Evospace got an update. That's cool. Okay, and then we're going to want a copper furnace, I think. See, it says it produces heat energy. I'm not sure how much exactly. It doesn't really tell me. I don't remember if you need copper furnace with a coppers. We might need these for the next step up of these. So let's just go with stone furnaces. So craft one of those. Use a Stirling engine. And then we're going to need some conveyor belts for sure. Well, I could just stick a copper rack right on the output, I think. To buffer it. Should we already start with buffering? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this guy. Okay, so that power is on the back? Yeah, power's on the back. There we go. So this guy needs rotational power put in to these inputs. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Also, I have to tell it which resource. So we want to look for copper. And then it will spit out copper here. I'm going to have it just go directly onto this shelf. And I can pick it off there with a robot, or I can pick it up by hand while we're still building stuff. But then underneath here, we need to have some stuff set up. So let's get that going. I remember it right, it was 2 blocks down. A furnace, heat, and then the Stirling engine. I think that's how that goes. All right, furnace goes there. You go there, and then I need a... Oh no, it doesn't need 2 down. I are dumb. I keep thinking there's another piece, like a boiler. Because I keep thinking steam, which is later. These are Stirling engines. They just take heat. And for now, we're going to have to feed this by hand. But if I throw a stack of wood in there now, that's going to start spinning. And then you can add up to 3 of these to make this mine faster, basically. There we go. We're getting copper ore out. So we'll eventually want to automate, like I said, we want to get the same setup to bring coal up. And then we would have conveyor belts bring the coal over and a robot feeding that. Sorry, a little bit of a dry throat there. I had to cough and grab a drink. So now we're getting copper ore out of here. That's beautiful. What else do I need to do? Furnace. I don't know if we really need the drying. Where was my automation stuff? No. Oh, here it is. It goes down through metalworking, basic machines. Automation. What's under here? Automatic mining. Oh yeah, the automatic farm. That will give me trees, I think. It'll give me logs. So we could use that for power at the beginning rather than the coal. Alright, let's research that. I think it just takes water, which then we need a water pump. I think you have to unlock fluid transfer. I saw that somewhere. Yeah, pump. So we'll need to do that next. Once you get used to the research interface that's new, it makes more sense. The old one had like everything on one screen. You had to constantly zoom in and out. Come on. Come on. You're almost there. I want to kick off the pump. There we go. All right. Research that. Now we have copper just appearing. Love it. Yeah, we'll make sure you stay topped off. Grab the ingots. You need some more wood. There's always something going on. Alright, let me go and build one of those. And we'll get that figured out. Meanwhile, I want to get this to smelting. So we're going to need a robot arm to grab the copper. And a robot arm to get back out of the smelter. And we're going to need a smelter. See if I can remember how to do this. Because I could just use that one. Did need to build another one. But we'll let it do its thing. We'll need a stone furnace. Alright, so the robot. The arrow determines which direction it's going to place the resource, if I remember right. I want to do that. Then I want a conveyor, or I could actually just save a conveyor. I could just do this underneath. Maybe. I'm not used to all my little buttons here yet. Although I will eventually want this fed automatically. You have the coal come in from that direction, or wood, whatever it ends up being. Okay, and then the smelter could be there. There we go. So that robot arm is going to put copper ore in there. It'll make sure it's fed. And then we want another robot arm taking the ingots off. And it'll put them in a shelf or a chest. Probably go ahead and do another shelf. Do I have enough to build a shelf? I don't. Need more ingots. Still need more ingots. Let's get this guy fired up as well. Throw some wood in there. Keep it an eye for inventory. That's not what it is. Okay, shelf is almost done. Trying to think if I'm going to have that fed. Might have it fed eventually, but... So there we go. We don't have the power of these things automated yet. We still have to feed the furnaces by hand. But we're getting there. And we need more research. Okay, initial scan takes us all the way back out. We wanted to go down through pump. Container? I don't know if I need that yet. I need to get a farm going, and then I want to have wood coming over here. I'm pretty sure the farm takes water, but we've got water almost everywhere. So we could probably just stick that on our base. A little starter base here. Just gonna kind of hold everything. Alright, farm. You take water in, and I'm pretty sure then you just... we can just grab wood out of you. I think that's how that works. Yeah. So it takes 100 seconds. It requires water. Alright, we set that to logs. Actually, do I want the logs coming out this direction? I do. Oh, let's see if it still has a weird bug. So if I have my gun out and I say... yeah, it kind of does that, doesn't it? It's kind of weird. Set you like that, and then we'll have the wood come out. And then go over into here. And we'll have it going around to that one. I think. So that means the wood will be over here because the robot arm will be there. Means I need more robot arms. It never ends. You always need more of something. So I do need some pipes, and I need a pump. I think the water table... yeah, the water table is pretty close to the surface here. And right now, I think at least the pumps and things don't require power. At least the low end ones don't. Just need a pump in the water, putting water into there. Which we need more ingots for. We've already got 9 in here, just chugging away. Beautiful. We got another 10 in there. Probably about out of wood. And we still got 17 in there. That's not bad. Okay, we need a copper pump. And then I need some copper pipe. Make 4 of those. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need. All right, there is my pump. A little hard to see down in here. Do I have a flashlight? That'd be super handy. F for flashlight? Nope. It's a little hard to tell where the water table is. Oh, I'm stuck. Got a ton on my way to victory. Let me out. Nighttime getting a little dark down in here. Oh, the flashlight was on the research tree? Thank you. I was like, I thought there was a flashlight. Let's go find it. It's under like hand tools or something. I think it would be up here somewhere. Minerals, electricity. Flashlight. There it is. Thanks. I keep forgetting there's a search box here. There we go. All right, it's a little dark, but we'll make 2. Okay, and then is it... Ah. Oh, almost. There's a way to change... rotation. There we go. Okay, there's the pump. Forget how this works. I remember the pipe was a little tricky. There we go. Research complete. Flashlight. Sweet. How do I use a flashlight? Do I have to build one? I do. Ingredients. Oh, it takes, does it take aluminum? It takes steel? Holy crap, I gotta go all the way to steel ace before I can make a dang flashlight. Okay, well, never mind. This, however, should be producing wood now. Once I tell it, because I rebuilt it. Yep, alright, so that's gonna start spitting out wood, eventually. And then we need some more robot friends to take the wood over and put it in the furnaces. Okay, you are almost out of wood. Awesome. Give me all your copper ingots. So I need a robot friend to grab the wood. Then 2 more robot friends to put the wood into place. And we're going to need some conveyors. Remember how many conveyors that makes. Remember if it's more than one or not. Alright, a robot friend needs to go here and put wood in that furnace. Then a robot friend needs to go here and pull wood out of the farm. Then we need to connect the two. And I remember conveyors being a little tricky when you're going up and down. You don't have to put blocks here, it just makes me happy. Yeah, the interface is a little strange. Takes some getting used to. Okay, so we're coming out that direction, and then we're going that direction. And then they don't, yeah, I remember the conveyors being tricky. They're a little odd. You know what I just remembered? You can actually change the angle these robots work at. Forgot about that little detail. No, but I want it going past here because it needs to carry on to the other one. I forgot about that. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this figured out. We're definitely going to need more conveyor belts, though. Might have to do that and then put one here and it will carry over. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna make 8 more conveyor belts and see how far we get. Oh, and here's where you have to like right click and drag up. Nope. Wrong direction. Over. Nope. I forget how to do this. That's kind of right, but I just got to get this guy lined up now. We're so close. There's a method to this. All right, so those are hooked up. Then I think this guy needs to go down. And getting it to go down is the tricky part. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, that's what I want. Maybe. Oh, okay. We got to do that. I need to do that up here. I don't know exactly how to do that, though. That's where you can change the orientation on the bot. So they always grab from that direction, but you can have them set here, here, or there. All right, let's see if we can get this sorted out. Do I need to go like that? Okay, there we go. And then if I do that, yeah, there we go. It's a little tricky getting the conveyors set up. Getting a little bit of ghosting. I don't know if that's coming through on YouTube or not. Just a little bit of ghosting on this game. Heat transferring. We're gonna need this stuff. Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking it was. That's something else. There's like, what's it called? It's thermal. It's like a thermal capacitor. Not really. Heat pipes? Is that what they're called? Multi-level furnace. Oh yeah, copper E-pipe. That's the one right there. Okay, now we just need more conveyors over to here. And we can have our other robot friend stick wood in there. Let's finish out this kind of basic automation. It's a way to put land back. I don't remember how that works. No dirt peeking through. Go away. And I'm out of conveyors. I'll make all the conveyors I can. You can never have too many conveyors. If I don't have enough, we'll have to do some stuff by hand. Oh, I got 11 there. All kinds of stuff. Alright, we're done with the hand smelting. I can go stick this ore on the shelf. Oops, that is the wrong direction. There we go. Alright, now we have the tricky part of turning a corner again. I don't remember. So I think you come across, and I think when you go this direction, then it switches. No, it's the other way around. The new direction you want to go has to be on the end. Yeah, like that. Now this is suboptimal because this one could end up robbing the whole line, but at the very beginning you're just kind of bootstrapping, so it's all good. And then I really should have a shelf here, although this has got a pretty good internal buffer on it. It's a basic setup, and then what we can do is add more furnaces and more Stirling engines here to power the drill rig faster. There's a way to tell it to build a number. Maybe not. Alright, give me 2 more stone furnaces and 2 more Stirling engines. Do. Wrong button. And then of course we're going to need 2 more robots. Robot friends. Thank you. Number 4. Like that. Then we just need robot friends to give them wood. Then we'll drill 3 times speed. Woohoo! Of course, then all this can be upgraded to be more, bigger, better, faster. And that's kind of our basic copper loop. And we're kind of cheesing it a little bit with the farm, because you can just you just get free wood. Okay, you got plenty going there. How are we looking over here? Why are we not going? Something's coming up the works. Did you just finally start going? Okay. You finally start going. Of course, now that we got this basic going, what I like to do is optimize after that. Now we kind of bootstrapped. Because you want more than one smelter, right? Coming off your ore line here. So I'd want to turn this into a whole line of smelters, and we can do that. But we need to build up some resources first. Get some more copper. Throw those in our pockets. And what did we have in here? We had some iron ore and some dirt. Sweet. Might as well just grab all that. Alright, looks like he is ready for some more research. Collects liquids and gases from the atmosphere. Yeah, okay. Don't remember what we need that for. We did get the heat pipes though, which is cool. What is the kinetic heater? Oh, it just turns kinetic into heat. Got it. So the heat pipes are like the first step of efficiency. So we could probably have one furnace feeding all three of these. But I'm going to let this just run and build up some stuff. What's up, Dave? Yeah, that's just the game music. Got it turned down a little bit. I guess it's coming through. It's a sweet lullaby. Lull you into sleep. Yeah, this is so slow. It's just the one smelter. But we're getting copper. We're getting there. So let's go ahead and build. Wow, that takes a ton of copper to build those. Once we get built up, we'll start with changing this to one furnace. So if we go look at the copper furnace produces heat energy. I don't know why it doesn't tell you how much heat energy. Heat output times 2. Does that mean it multiplies the heat of whatever you're putting in it by 2? Like, does it heat the wood? I'm not sure. We're going to try it, though. I'm going to try one furnace. Might have to do a copper furnace, feeding these 3 Stirling engines. I didn't have my old save on this computer. I do. Somewhere I still have my old save. Where I had all this stuff all figured out already. Massive base. I did do a series on this. If you look at my playlist from like a year and a half ago, there's an Evospace playlist. So far, most of this is, at least the beginning stuff, is pretty much the same from what I can tell. Alright, how much copper do we have saved up? Not a ton. Yeah, we've got way more ore than we know how to smelt, so... Actually, I think before I redo this back here, I'm going to redo my smelting setup. This is too slow. Zoink, zoink, zoink. So I'm thinking I could have... What's the best way to do this? So we need a robot coming on and off. This one we could feed, but I almost need a conveyor feeding them to be more efficient. Probably should just start over. Here, let me grab all the world. Let me just fire this guy up with the robot will put one at a time in. I can put a whole stack in there. Hey, Lone Wolf. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the history of it. I think it's another one of those, like one guy making the thing. You can go all the way out to a plutonium reactor, so there's quite a bit to it. Yeah, I really built all this kind of too close together. So maybe we'll expand out a little bit. Let me do some thinking here. So let me get some. We always need more conveyors. Let me get some conveyors going. So if we had a line. We're going to need a line placing the copper. Then we also need a line. We could have a line going the other direction. This level. Pulling the copper off. So what we can do is have a robot go in this direction. You click here, you say Oh, I was wrong. It's which direction it's picking up. That's which direction it places down. Oh, the arrow. My brain just not working? I thought the arrow was where it placed it. Yeah, the arrow is where it placed it. Okay. By default, it grabs from the back. Got it. Alright. Did this guy go in that direction? I was looking at it backwards. You pick up from this side. No. So that does... Okay. Oh, my brain. There we go. And place that direction. That's how that works. So you can change where it places it. And then we would have a conveyor go in this direction with the ingots out. And then we would just replicate that across. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's get to it. We need some more copper, though. Need a couple more robot friends. Let's let you set there. That'll work. Okay, did I get the other multi-tool unlocked? Did not. I thought I was working on that. Oh, you're out of wood. I was like, why is that not working? It's not working because you're dumb. That's why. What happened? We go through our wood surplus already? I'm gonna steal your wood. We need some research. I don't have this guy automatically fed. Now he's automatically fed. Okay, so we need that guy there. Furnace. Smelter. Robot front. Conveyor belt. I'll steal this one. Oh, there. See how much faster that is now that we've researched the multi-tool? Research works better, it turns out, when you're actually powering it. Who knew? Always makes you want to impulse buy them. Alright, so let's see how badly I messed this up now. Oh, I need a robot here bringing stuff off. Put on this belt. There it goes. Of course, this is not optimized at all, but it's a process. Okay, now I need the furnace down in here. And the smelter up top. Robot friend grabbing stuff. First little ingot there on our conveyor belt. Seems to be a lot more trouble getting stuff where you want it than I remember. Why's that being such a pain? Go down in there. I'll have to do it that way. All right, another robot friend. Placing to the right. And we need more conveyor belts, of course, going off this way. I'm out of conveyor belts. Interface is so weird. So now we have 2 smelters. And you can grab stuff right off the belts. Like that. Oh. We're out of wood? Something's gone terribly wrong. I guess the farm is not making as much as I thought. Might need another robot pulling stuff out of here. Kind of bottlenecked by our slow robot. I think I can do this. Oh, I thought I had like 5 in there. I guess it already came out, huh? Oh, it makes like 13 at a time. Got it. It makes X number at a time. There we go. So now we got 2 robots pulling out of the wood farm and putting them on the conveyor belt. Need to redo that with heat pipes, but we're not quite there yet. Also need this guy extended just a bit. And shelf. There we go. Lots of lovely ingots pouring in our way. So then you can just expand this, you know, down the line. And it grows. We got 2 smelters going. I think we need to redo this so we're not burning up quite so much wood. I need this to be 1 level down for it to work. Or I could move. It might be easier just to move that up. Let's do that. All right. Let's just move the drilling rig up 1. Oops. Took out 1 too many furnaces. So I have to redo this a little bit. That's okay. We'll just throw all this in our inventory. Robot's like, where'd it go? It's gone. Alright, drilling rig. You go up there. Tell you what, let's redo this. We'll just do that. Yeah, I don't remember how to go down. So if we do that, and then if you hold right click, yeah, there we go. And then I think that? No. So tricky with the these. I can never remember how that works. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that. And then in theory, look that up. Some more conveyors fired up. There we go. Okay, now we need this guy powered. And we're going to do that with heat pipes. So Stirling engine across like that. Grab my heat pipes. Like so. Hey, Long Hauler, welcome. It's going pretty good. Just chilling tonight with some Evospace. So these heat pipes carry heat. So the furnace is going to heat up. It's going to spread the heat between these 3 Stirling engines. I don't think it's going to make enough. I think I need a copper furnace here. You can see these guys are turning pretty slow. So have I made a copper furnace yet? I don't think I have. Did I unlock? Yeah, there's a copper furnace that I unlocked. So let's make a copper furnace for here. Let that run out of heat. It's ran out of heat. Put the copper furnace there, which will generate more heat the way I understand it, if I remember it correctly. Okay, so it makes 300 watts. Ew. These take 220 a piece. So we need 660. That only makes 300. What if I got cheeky and threw some coal in there? 600. Okay, so if we were feeding it coal, then we're good. So we really need to get coal mining going, which I've planned to do anyway. So we need coal over here feeding this guy and probably these guys as well. You can do the same thing with your smelters though. You can have one furnace feeding multiple things. It's just a way to progress. So yeah, that's going to be suboptimal. Feeding it wood. Oops. So I'm going to do something a little different for temporary. Come on. So I want you pull from here. Place to the left. It didn't used to be this hard to place things. It's being kind of weird. I'm going to put all this coal I've hand dug on the shelf. And then for now, this furnace that's running the mining rig, see how fast these are going now? It's going to be pulling from there. And until we get the coal automation going, there's a giant coal field over here on the surface. Let's go mine up a bunch of that real quick now that we've got the upgraded multi-tool. I think all this gray stuff here is coal. Yeah. So that's kind of the game. You just keep progressing. Eventually you'll have giant factories that are all automated. It's pretty darn cool. I do have a playlist from a year and a half ago where I got a pretty good size factory setup going. This is just kind of the bare minimum to get ourselves bootstrapped. They might have nerfed the wood farm a little bit, because I remember that being a little bit OP. Oh yeah, we got tons of coal now. That'll keep me going while I'm busy making the other stuff. I want to expand out to probably at least 4 smelters on this copper setup. Whee. Might not have quite left enough room there for that. Alright, let's put all the coal on the shelf. Ah, there we go. I was like, I thought it had a sort. It does. Yeah, I should have made this one space different. Oh no, I've got the space. It's just at the wrong level. I need to get a buffer for that. I like to use shells as a buffer. So let's get a shelf built. No, we don't quite have enough. Oh, I need logs for that. I don't have any logs on me. Takes wood for the wood shelf, I guess. So I need, yeah, I need this to be automated, so I need to work on that. How should we do that? Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get it going back into a shelf. Put a block there just to look purty. Can I put a robot on its side? And then will it place on the conveyor belt underneath it? Oh, that may not pull from the shelf from that direction, though. I don't think it will. No, it won't pull from the direction. From that direction. Alright, well, now we know. Alright, so we want a robot pulling out and placing to the left. Then we need a conveyor belt. End up over here somehow. I think I do that by... Oh, that's the wrong rotation. I haven't figured out which direction it rotates. It's really strange. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go down. Yeah, there we go. And then over. Perfect. Oh, this isn't getting powered for some reason. What happened? Oh, I never set it back to copper. Anytime you place a drilling rig, you gotta tell it what it's drilling. Totally forgot. So then if this ends up not being fast enough, I haven't done the math, but you could I could have another robot over here feeding in as well. We'll see how it all pans out. Anywho, we need some more robot friends, and we need to get 2 more smelter setups. So let's do that. And then, yeah, this shelf needs to be down 1 more block. Oops, wrong thing. Now I messed it up. Oh, clear filter. There we go. Try clicking the giant button that says what it does. Now we should have enough room, but I need, what, 2 more robot friends? Means I need more ingots. Should have kept those on me. Alright, give me a couple more robot friends, and then we need we've got 2 furnaces, need 2 smelters. Gonna need 2 down here as well. And then we might have 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have just enough conveyor. All right, smelter for you, and then oh no, I need more conveyors to come down to here. I need 4 more conveyors. At least. Alright, robot friend. Picking up from that direction. Both of these are placing to the right. Oh, I should have placed those first. God, that didn't used to be a thing. It didn't used to be that hard to place stuff. Something changed there. Okay, we may have 4 smelters we're working on. Beautiful. Well, since we're not using the wood over here, we could probably move the farm over here, make it a little more efficient. There's always tweaking you can do. Even after you've got like 100 hours on the save. You're always tweaking. What else do we want to level up? Let's go ahead and get an inventory upgrade. That's nice and cheap. So then we can get into more fluid stuff, flywheels for power conservation, cutting. You can start making your own like stone blocks and stuff. Parts boards and circuit boards. Yeah, we get into all kinds of stuff. What if that makes blocks? I forget how we make the blocks. What are these things that we get? A basic platform. How do we make a basic platform? Ingredients. If I middle mouse click, I get recipes. We need the steel. Oh, we have to get all the way to steel before we can make those blocks. Okay, I thought there was a more basic building block. Is that just decorative stone? Yeah, we make that with the cutting machine. Okay. We just need stone and a cutting machine. We have to get all the way to steel, though, before we can make these blocks. Like, they give you quite a few blocks to start with. I don't remember exactly how many. Get quite a few of these blocks here to start with. Alright, how much delicious copper do we have down here? 33, 34. Nice. Alright, and I forgot to add my ore to here that I'd picked up. Got plenty of that. Used to be able to harvest them from random ruins. Oh, okay. I don't remember ever seeing ruins, but I didn't explore a whole lot. My last save, I built around, let's say maybe like this much area. I never really got out that far. I was clear into the nuclear age, though. It's good fun. I didn't have that save on this computer, so I just started over. Needed to relearn the game anyway. Oh yeah, maybe there's not even ruins in the game now. I don't know. I started playing maybe like 2 years ago. So I wasn't in on the very beginning. Oh, let's see. We have the power generator. Some valves going. That could be handy once we get into liquids. Do you remember Real Doc Rabbit? There was a way I thought to set it to always daytime. And I can't remember how to do that. If there was a console, I didn't see it in the game anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, not a big deal. Pretty sure there's a way to set it so it's always daytime. Good for streaming. Oh, you haven't played in 6 years? Yeah, it's probably way different then. Alright, we're humming along. We're making copper like a madman. Just about out of trees here in the old research machine. So, actually, let's move this guy. We've got all this wood sitting over there on the conveyor belts. Let's just have it research off of that. Do-do-do-do. Do that. And do that. Ta-da. Fill you up. Let her run. Uh-oh, lone wolf. Nightbot got angry. What was Nightbot angry about? I tab out without destroying everything? Hey, look at that. Oh, it's because of capital letters. Yeah, sorry about that, lone wolf. Not bad. Doesn't like too many capitals, too many symbols, that kind of thing. What does drying do? Charcoal. Oh, right. You can make charcoal. Forgot all about that. There we go. We're pretty well automated, except for the coal here. That's not automated, but it's super easy to get by hand for now. Our little bootstrap empire is running quite well. Let me check my phone. I know my wife and son are going to be back here pretty soon. A little bit of quiet game time here, so that's why I was streaming tonight. Oh, cool. Looks like my son won the race. He was at a track meet, and the track meet started at like 2 o'clock, so I couldn't even go. Sorry, I gotta look up my kid here real quick. How did you do? My mom was just saying congrats. Oh, nice. Yeah, first place. Awesome. Beat the other second place kid by 2 seconds and a half mile. Well done. Or 800 meter, however you want to look at it. Yeah, I've forgotten almost everything I knew, Real Doc Rabbit, about the game. Remember, you have to make, like, I think, coke for the steel production. There's quite a bit to it. But we're rocking and rolling now. We got the basics. Look at all the delicious copper. So good. Let's go ahead and queue up some stuff. Produces plates from ingots. Okay, so we can automate our plate production. And so instead of crafting all this stuff in your hand, you can actually set up factories like to make robots or to make conveyor belts. There's all kinds of machines you can unlock to build things. And I'm guessing, I think you can mine stone anywhere. We could set up a drilling rig to get stone and start making blocks to pump things. Pump out blocks to build things out of. It's quite a game. It's a lot of fun. Then of course there's the whole like balancing act of getting all the numbers matched up. None of my numbers are matched up. It's just kind of bootstrapping, and like this is making more copper ore than we're using right now. This line's filled up, so I could extend this out probably 4, maybe even 8 more smelters, but we're rocking and rolling. What are we doing over here? Pulling wood off as fast as it'll get grown, basically. Yeah, we're burning through the wood pretty good. What did we just make? Oh, the blast furnace is next. Well, we might as well research the blast furnace for steel. Even though we're nowhere close to being able to get steel ready. Well, let's see. Let's go up. So we'll need one of those. We'll need 3 of those. Need 1 of those. 3 of those. And we're going to need some robot runs. I've even got the filtering robot arm, which you can have it only grab certain things. You can have big conveyor belts, and it just grabs what it needs off the conveyor belt. There's a lot going on. I'm going to go and make like 6 of those. We're going to need all kinds of conveyors. Craft 25 of those. We're rich! Pumping out the copper now. We'll want at least a shelf, and I need wood for that actually. Out of wood. Steal some from this conveyor. I need like 7 or 8 maybe to make the shelf. Where'd the shelf go? There it is. Oh, it just moved. Yeah, then you get into Steam, and yeah, there's a lot to it. It's awesome. Very fun, very chill game. All right, so the coal is over here. So basically, if we set up a drilling rig anywhere around here, we'll hit coal. Need a 3x3. Make that a little taller, though. And we'll set our drilling rig right up on there. That was the wrong key. And I want to send the coal that direction, so we'll face that direction. Oh, that key. There we go. Those guys on there. Get our heat pipes in. Then we need our copper furnace. And I want this guy to feed itself as well. It's procedural gen. So you pick a seed and all that good stuff. You can. There's different generation types too, like plains and valleys, coastal islands, that kind of thing. Okay, so we're going to have a shelf to grab the coal. Then we're going to want one robot picking coal off to come back here and feed this. So I'll have it like that, and then place to the left. Do-do-do-do, and then we want this guy. That's also placing to the left. Never remember how you need to do these, so we're just going to play it by ear. I think I need to be facing this direction. No, now it's all messed up. Let's try again. There we go, and then it needs to be there. All right, I'm learning. Then you want this side to go there. Perfect. Look at that. You can teach an old dog new tricks. I need some coal to get started. And then we need to right click on this guy and say your resource is coal. Ooh, hardness level. That's all one. Okay, we're good. I think. Drilling rig. What's it called? Automatic mining. That's what it's called. Doesn't say what hardness level it can do. Okay. Guess it's up to us to figure it out. What did I need? I needed to grab some coal to get us bootstrapped on this guy, so let's go do that. We have a ginormous coal deposit over here on the surface, which is super handy. Hey, what? While we're waiting, let's upgrade the multi-tool another notch. Oh no! Nope, we need circuits to do that. Okay, well, we'll have it do the computations and then... Yeah, we're not building circuits yet. That's a little ways off. I love in this game, you need wood to make circuit boards. A little inside joke there that I appreciate. Alright, that should be enough to get us going. Oh yeah, I forgot your multi-tool overheat. See how it starts glowing on the end there? I think it'll eventually shut off. Maybe not. Okay. It does heat up though. Okay, so we want to throw some coal in here to get this guy bootstrapped. EV14 coal. And that should start popping out coal, and there it goes. So it'll feed itself. And then once this line fills up, then the rest will stay on the conveyor and it can start heading over that direction. I'm not sure where level we're at here. Running out of blocks. Okay, so we're at that level. Nice. May eventually want like 3 robots pulling off here, but we'll do 1 for now. And we need lots of conveyor belt. A lot more than I have. Got 43 blocks left. I might run out of blocks. Where do I need to come in at? It's going to get a little awkward over here. I think I could have it come in over here. And put into... I could have it come down. Would go right in. It might actually go right into the shelf. You can get the conveyor right. I do that, and then I do that. Then that. And then that. That gets us over to here. So we're going to be coming in on this level. And I think if I do this, I'd say I come here. So close. There we go. got the conveyors all go in the right direction. That might actually work. Now, of course, I could just run the conveyors in the air. I don't need these blocks. I like having the blocks. All right, I only have 10 conveyors left, so we need to get some more conveyors going. Grab some more copper. Oh, look at all that copper. Okay, it's going to round the bend. This is so ugly. I didn't even need to do this either because I need to move the wood over to the other side. There's no reason for the wood to go all the way around here, but I forgot about that. I got excited making all these conveyors. So yeah, I don't even need this. I need to move the wood, but I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. I'm probably going to wrap this up before too long. Wifey and my son are going to be home soon and need to do some family time before sleepy time. Alright, and then we'll have coal coming over to here. And then, actually, I'm going to get rid of the shelf now that I think about it. Because I don't want to buffer over here necessarily. That much, anyway. So I'm going to just have the belt be the buffer. I'm out of conveyors. There we go. So this belt being full of coal will be the buffer for now. You can always optimize. That's got plenty of coal. It's just going to keep feeding itself. Oh, this needs... I forgot. This needs to be a... Needs to be a copper. What's the next step up from copper? If we go back to furnace, steel. Yeah, so we're going to have to make steel before we can upgrade past copper. That does not need circuits. We'll go ahead and research that. And then, like I said, I can have, I've got 5 blocks left. I need to manufacture my own blocks. I have one lonely little block left. I'm going to have multiple robots pulling off of here to feed. Well, do I need that, though? No, I don't think I need that. Let's just have one. Should be all good. So unless something breaks, we're now fully automated to just pump out copper. And then we need to upgrade that to get more coal. Because you have to turn coal, I think, into coke to make steel. I forget exactly how to make steel, but it's a process. We got lots and lots and lots of copper. Neat. I'm going to take a look. Let's take a look in the tech tree real quick. I'm going to call it quits. So I don't remember the kinetic heater, but that might have been in. I don't remember the gas turbine. I don't actually remember scaffolding either. Oh, we got decorative wood. Oh, we can make planks. There we go. Let's research that. That's easy. Wooden bed. I'm pretty sure you can mine stone anywhere, so that would be our next building block now that we're out of these. I need to mine up some stone. And of course, I could take all these out. Like I said, I don't necessarily need them. Mine up rock, turn it into stone blocks to build out of with the cutting machine. And off you go. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, folks, on this fine Friday evening. If you're new here, take a look at the playlists. I play a lot of different stuff. And if you like this game, you can go check out the playlist. About a year ago or so, just search playlist for Evospace. And you can see me build up to big factories and all kinds of fun stuff. And I play a lot of simulation, survival, builder type things. You'll probably find something you like. For all you regulars, thanks as always for hanging out. And I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great weekend. This weekend video's coming out. Derail Valley Saturday. And I think I've got a Bellwright video on Sunday. And then we're back to Vintage Story and Out of War Monday through Friday next week. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye.